What is going on, traders? We got a few things to discuss, but before we get into that, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. So heading into tomorrow, okay, heading into tomorrow, we could get a dead cat bounce. We could, okay. We look at tomorrow. We do have some news. We got unemployment claims at around 8:30 Eastern, and that's really about it as far as high impact news. So if you're the type of trader that focuses on news or trade off news, that is something to keep in mind. But if we're looking at the SPY, why do I say we could be looking at a potential dead cat bounce heading into tomorrow? Well, we can treat unemployment claims as an excuse for us to get some type of dip heading into the morning. So I will be looking for a potential retest of this 531, 530 supply and demand zone before we start to head higher. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean we have to head lower, but if we do start to head lower, that is what I'm going to be looking at. That is a supply and demand zone that I'm going to be looking at. Why? We zoom out, we see a rejection here, consolidation here, rejection. We tried to break higher and then bear stepped in, but it acted like a magnet, and then we rejected here as well, and then we finally broke through. So this is your key level. Mark this on your charts. Mark the supply and demand zone on your charts between 530 and 531. We'll say 531.5 to be safe before we potentially break higher. Otherwise, we could just continue to go higher. Okay, we could just continue to go higher. Overall, still bullish. No reason to be bearish at all. I'm going to say it. Not only that, but if you want to count this as a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern, I can see it. We could say the neckline is broken here. I mean, absolutely beautiful. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything negative to say about the SPY or even the overall market at that. As far as key levels to the downside, SPY breaks back below 529, then you can start looking at a potential move heading towards that 527.8, 526 range, okay? Other than that, that's really all I have in regards to the SPY. Qs. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing here. All right, pretty much the same thing across the board here. You're looking at a potential retest. If we do just so happen to get bad news in the morning or the market needs an excuse to cool off, then you're looking at a potential retest heading back down, because we kind of just left this level. We didn't really come back to it. So 455, 457 range, where we could potentially retest that before we start to head higher. We just broke out and just continued. Okay, so there is potential for some downside heading into tomorrow. So really be careful. Wait for the news to digest in the morning. Probably wait 30 minutes until open and then decide from there what you're going to do. But that's the key level I'm looking at. You could say 460 will be your psych level. We could potentially just bounce here and just continue to go. Let me actually mark it. But right here, we could just bounce at around 460, 459 range and then head higher. So we could be looking at a move like this and then head higher. I don't think unemployment claims is going to be bad enough for us to do one of these all the way down to 455 and then head higher. Maybe Friday's news, but I don't think unemployment claims alone is going to be enough for that to happen. So if we do get some type of drop or dead cat bounce, we can be looking at 460 and then that move higher. I told you guys 465 was my target in the last video. I've told you guys this in multiple videos. 465. I'm sure some people watch those videos is like, this guy is crazy. I'm clicking out of here. But look where we are. We're at 463. I mean, I don't know what else you guys need, man. I don't make this stuff up. I don't know what else I got to tell you for this channel to get some love here. I'm calling things spot on, guys. 465, 470 is my max target for the triple Qs. If we do just so happen to drop, I told you guys in the last video, or last multiple videos actually, that if we do drop, then that's just more room for the upside. If we just so happen to get a drop to 455 or even 460, then that's just more room for upside, and we can start heading even higher than 470. Simple as that. All right, that's really all I have for the triple Qs. We break below 455, then things can get a little bit shaky. You're going to head towards that 450 area, 452 range. It's very illiquid in this area, so we could drop pretty fast. Okay, other than that, I don't see us going any lower than 450 if that just so happen, if that does happen. Okay, stocks. Apple. Apple, absolutely beautiful play. I keep mentioning this in multiple videos. I don't know what else to tell you guys. This thing is heading to 200. Don't care. I don't care what anyone says. It's heading to 200, people. Simple as that. It's heading to 200. When it will head to 200, I don't know. I think they have some type of event next week, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens by at least this week or next week. Okay, 200 minimum. Okay, 200 minimum. What do I tell you guys? If Apple breaks above 200. Pack your bags. You're going to the moon. Okay, simple as that. It breaks above 200. You're going to the moon, people. You're going to the moon. It has a price upgrade of 230 from analysts. You go to the weekly time frame. It has a potential double bottom here. I mean, and I say potential. If you're new to the channel, the reason why I say potential double bottom is because double bottoms, double tops are not confirmed until the neckline is broken. Our neckline is at 200. Bottom. You go to the monthly. It looks even better on the monthly time frame. Bottom. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Apple is ready to explode. I'm telling you now. All right. That 200 break, that is what you're looking for on Apple. It keeps giving you opportunities to jump into the trade. I don't know what else to tell you here. There's nothing bad I can say about Apple. As far as a retest goes, I'm telling you guys now, if Apple gives you another opportunity and it goes down to 193 again, and you look, if you don't jump into that, I don't know what else to tell you. You don't like money. You hate money, okay? Apple continues to give opportunities to jump in it. It keeps retesting 193 over and over. I think it's happened like every day now where it keeps going back to 193. And I told you guys, 193 is your key level. After that, you're looking at as low as 190 psych level, and then 188. I don't see it going further than further down than 188. Okay, I just don't see it. Okay, 193, 190. If you don't, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, again, this should get anyone excited. Any trader should be getting excited about this potential double bottom here. Apple is screaming for you to trade this. Apple is screaming for it. Okay, it's begging for people to trade this thing. Look how beautiful this is. You couldn't ask for a better setup. I'm passing out gold on this channel. I don't know why I'm underestimated on this channel. I'm passing out free bags on this channel. We traded Apple today. No, not today. We traded it like yesterday, I believe. We traded Apple. We made about 40% on it. I actually made more than this. It was like $600 on the play. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not it. SPY cost $600 on the play. Discord link is in the description below. But, I mean, come on. What more do you need here? Beautiful play. Next up, AMD. Oh, my. AMD, man. I told you guys yesterday in the last video, a beautiful entry was 160. You couldn't get a better entry than that. Absolutely beautiful entry on AMD. And what happens? It breaks out of the supply and demand zone. I told you guys 164.5, 165, if you want to play it safe, would be a great entry. And what happens? AMD absolutely breaks above the supply and demand zone of 164.5 and takes off. I don't know what else to tell you here. Okay, if you missed out on this trade after me mentioning it the past 3 videos, I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, you just don't like money. You don't like the moon. You like to stay on boring Earth. I don't know. Okay, other than that, that's really all I have for AMD. I think AMD can head towards 170. After 170, the highest I'm looking at is 185. Okay, 185. Nvidia split is tomorrow, so maybe that has an influence on this move. But I mean, AMD looks absolutely beautiful. You got in at 160 level with me. You are cooking right now. I believe, yeah, we did 170 calls on AMD, made a nice $1,000 on that, 140% profit, 15 contracts, absolutely beautiful play. The contracts were very cheap. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better setup. You couldn't ask for it. I put in the charts tab as well. I was pretty much saying AMD was cooking. It was absolutely cooking. Beautiful play. I don't know what else to tell you. Beautiful play. All right. Amazon. Well, yeah. Come on. Here we go. Amazon. I mean, it's taking its time. Amazon's really annoying. Okay, I don't know what it needs. I guess it's waiting on news. That's my assumption right now, that Amazon is just simply waiting on news. Because why is it not going absolutely parabolic with the market? I don't know. So my assumption is it's probably waiting on news. Maybe some other sympathy earnings is waiting on from another stock. I don't know. But other than that, Amazon looks good. I told you guys we're going to see 180 this week on Amazon. We entered at around 174. We entered 200 call contracts in the Discord for June 21st. So far, we're in profit, but I mean, it is taking its time, and it's so annoying. But we're in profit, so I can't be too mad at that. That's really all I have for Amazon. 185 is my next target. After that, your key level, okay, your main key level. I said this in the last video, 190. If Amazon breaks above 190, guys, pack your bags, get your Cool Ranch Doritos, get some Capri Suns, get some Lunchables, leave the kids because they're just going to beg for your food anyway. You might as well just leave them and leave them with the spouse. You're going to the moon with your Lamborghini. We're good to go. Okay, simple as that. Amazon looks beautiful. I think it's going to head towards 200 within the next few weeks. It's just taking so long. Okay, it's just taking its time. I don't know what it's waiting on, but it's waiting on something. Hopefully we get some type of news soon. Microsoft, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Every play I posted on this channel is just going straight to the moon, besides AMC, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Microsoft, I mean, I told you guys, 421, 420. You see that break right here, supply and demand zone. We broke out of the supply and demand zone. Microsoft is heading towards this gap fill. I believe there's a gap at around, yeah, right here, but around 425. Highest I think this thing can go is 430. If it breaks above 435, right up here where this guy is, it breaks above 435, we're going to the moon. Simple as that. We're going to the moon. Get ready to pack your bags, grab the Lambo, put some jets on it. We're flying. Okay, simple as that. We are going to the moon. 450. After that, I think the highest Microsoft can go is about 480. Beautiful play, beautiful setup. Finally did something. I told you guys down here it needed to make a decision, and it finally came through. I don't think I alerted it. Yeah, I don't think I alerted it because we were already in too many plays, but I did take a play on this Microsoft play. But yeah, I made up for it in another play, so we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's talk about Tesla. So yeah, there's not much to talk about on Tesla. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Right now, it's in the symmetrical triangle. It's rejecting the bottom of the symmetrical triangle so far. It can go higher. I think so far it's just doing the inverse of the market. So if the market does just so happen to go down in the morning, then it'll probably head towards 180, 182. But other than that, that's all I have for Tesla. It breaks below 173 again, then chances are it's heading to 170. After 170, I don't think it's going to give up 170, but if it just so happened to give up 170, then you're heading towards 168, 167. All right, that's all I really have for Tesla. I just want to talk about it since it was just sitting right there in our face. AMC. I don't know what AMC is waiting on. I mean, it's a meme stock. Maybe it's just waiting on GME earnings. Maybe GME earnings has some type of influence on it. The reason why we're talking about AMC on this channel, just in case you're new, because I don't trade this thing like that. I don't talk about it at all. Monthly time frame has an inverse hammer pattern right here. Okay, very bullish pattern. Fair value gap at around $10, so eventually it has to revisit that unless it just continues to drop and then delist. But other than that, that's really what I have for AMC. Maybe it's just waiting on earnings. When is there? Oh, that's in August. Yeah, I don't know. All right, but other than that, we are in AMC calls, 5.5 calls for July 12th, so we still have time on it. Still looks good to me. I don't see a reason to back out of the play at all. Worst case scenario, it does fill this gap at around 4.4, but after that, if it does do that, I think it's just going to straight rocket. Okay, at that point. All right, I think that's all the plays that I mentioned. CrowdStrike, okay, the play of the day, CrowdStrike. So in the Discord, I alerted CrowdStrike. Let's actually check and see. So I alerted CrowdStrike 445 calls for next week, if I can ever find it. Here we go. No, not 445. 345 calls for July 14th at 3.75. And then I said take profit at 40% or price target of 350. Feel free to check the contracts out and see how they turn out. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play. Okay, we made a lot off this. We entered at around, I want to say, when did we enter? We entered it around this retest right here at around 320, 323. And as you guys can see, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We took profit at around, I alerted to take profit at around 340, 342. We entered at 320. Okay. And we ran all the way up here. Since then, it has not stopped running up. Absolutely beautiful play. Let's actually check and see how much was made on the play. I made way more than that. But as you guys can see, about $800 on the play. It was actually like $1,200. I just showed this in the testimonials tab. But other than that, the only regret I have is just not getting more contracts. I don't know why I didn't get more contracts. It wasn't like I didn't have the capital or anything. I don't know. I just had a brain fart and just for some reason decided to be cheap on that play out of all plays. I don't know. But regardless, CrowdStrike, absolutely beautiful play. I think it's going to continue higher. Simple as that. I think it's just going to head towards 350, 380, being the max I'm looking at. This thing absolutely looks beautiful. If we do get a retest in the morning, then I imagine it's going to probably fill this fair value gap in this area somewhere at this wick. Maybe retest about 327, 328 range, 330 being the minimum I'm looking, or high, max I'm looking at. But other than that, absolutely beautiful play. Congratulations if you got in on CrowdStrike. Last play that we took in the Discord. Let me was no we did do AMD calls as well. We took profit on AMD calls, 165 calls. We got into at around 164, made a nice little $100 so on it. Nothing too crazy on that play, but you know, profit's profit. I love it. It was absolutely great. I wanted to stay in, but I didn't want time decay to eat at the contracts because they were expiration for this week. But the second play of the day was Lulu. Man, Lulu. Okay, we got in 400 calls for June 7th. Right now, Lulu. I'm actually going to explain why I did this, because a lot of traders think that charts can't predict what's going to happen on earnings. The problem is, it's not that charts can't predict it, it's just you are not looking at the right time frames. So what did I do? I knew Lulu earnings was coming up, and so what I did was look at the monthly time frame. I looked at the monthly time frame, and what I wanted to do was find a trend. Okay, find a trend where it's constantly bouncing off of. And right here, you bounced here, and then you kept, bouncing here and even here. Okay, after the monthly time frame, I went down to the weekly. The weekly wasn't really going to tell me much because the week is still going, but as you guys can see, we had this somewhat reversal hammer pattern. But then the daily, the daily told me everything I needed to know. Oh my gosh, the daily was absolutely beautiful. This reversal hammer pattern right here on the daily is very small. Hopefully you guys can see it. But towards close, Lulu started to recover to the upside, and this is exactly what I wanted to happen. I told the Discord member that I want to see Lulu get close to 310, and then I'll enter. And like literally about 5 minutes before close, 5 minutes before close, I saw it start to recover back above this monthly trend. Okay, remember this monthly trend, and then it formed this inverse hammer pattern. Instantly jumped into play. Okay, instantly jumped into play. Right now, the contracts are worth like $200 a contract. I got like 7 contracts, so I'm up about maybe $1,200, $1,400, considering that this holds. Hopefully it holds. I do have one contract, $350 contract, so that's up about $1,500 so far. But yeah, Lulu. Again, charts will tell you what's going to happen on earnings. You're just not looking at the right stuff. You're not looking for the right stuff, okay? This is like my second earnings play that we hit. Dale I hit, and then this one I hit, and then hopefully we get some more as well. But, I mean, you zoom out, you see Lulu. I mean, not only that, but Lulu just has a lot going on to the upside. I mean, look at all this. Look at all this space. So, yeah, I think Lulu's going to continue to the upside. We'll see. And we'll see. Hopefully it just holds in the morning. But other than that, that's all I have, guys. Really appreciate the support. I don't know what else I got to do. I'm passing out bags on this channel like it's nothing. Discord link is in the description below. It's only $30 a month. Today alone, if you would have joined this morning, today alone would have paid for the rest of the year. Easy. Okay, that's all I have. Till the next video, traders. Have a good one.